If you've ever dug into a raised bed covered in mulch and been stunned by the sheer number of wriggling earthworms underneath, you're not imagining it. What you're witnessing is a quiet biological revolution happening right under your feet. The secret? No-till gardening paired with continuous organic mulch. This combination doesn't just reduce labor, it jumpstarts a surge in soil life, particularly worms, which are arguably the most valuable creatures in any regenerative garden system. Today, we're diving into why this pairing works so powerfully, how it mimics forest ecology, and what real science says about the explosion of worm activity in no-till, mulch-rich soils. Whether you're managing a backyard bed or a half-acre homestead, what you learn here could reshape how you grow, permanently. Imagine the forest floor, layers of fallen leaves, twigs, soft moss, decomposing logs, none of it ever gets turned or tilled. Yet the soil underneath is dark, moist, rich with life, and constantly building fertility. That's not a coincidence. In nature, organic matter falls from above and is decomposed from the top down. Earthworms, fungi, and microbes feed from that upper layer and slowly incorporate it into the soil. No-till gardening borrows directly from this natural wisdom. By avoiding mechanical tillage, you preserve the delicate underground networks, fungal hyphae, worm tunnels, and microbial channels that keep soil structure intact. But the real game-changer comes when you add mulch to this equation. Earthworms are drawn to three things: food, moisture, and protection. Continuous organic mulch provides all three in abundance. When you spread straw, grass clippings, shredded leaves, or composted material across your beds and leave the soil undisturbed, you create a steady buffet for soil dwellers. As the mulch decomposes, it becomes a microbial hotspot teeming with bacteria and fungi, the preferred diet of many worm species. More importantly, mulch holds moisture. In hot weather, it prevents evaporation. In cold weather, it buffers temperature fluctuations. This stable microclimate creates ideal conditions for worms to breed, feed, and tunnel year-round. Studies from organic farms and permaculture gardens around the world confirm it. No-till mulched soils can host up to 10 times more worm biomass than conventionally tilled ones. Multiple peer-reviewed studies have confirmed that tilling soil disrupts its biological structure. It destroys worm burrows, slices through fungal networks, and exposes microbial communities to harsh light and air. While tilling can temporarily release nutrients and reduce compaction, the long-term impact is often the opposite of what gardeners intend: reduced fertility, increased erosion, and degraded soil life. In contrast, no-till systems with mulch have shown to build topsoil faster, increase water infiltration, and support larger, more active worm populations. So, a famous study published in the journal Soil Biology and Biochemistry found that earthworm density in no-till plots was, wow, about 2.5 to 6 times greater than in tilled counterparts. The difference wasn't just the lack of disturbance, it was actually the continuous presence of decomposing organic mulch, which created this stable, inviting habitat for earthworms. In no-till, mulch-covered beds, you really start to notice a layered effect. The top layer is your mulch. Whether that's shredded straw, grass, leaves, or compost, it all works together up there. And just beneath that, there's what we call the interface zone, where mulch and soil begin to merge. This is where decomposition is most active. And honestly, it's also where earthworms hang out in the greatest numbers. As worms burrow through this layer, they pull organic matter deeper into the soil. Their movement aerates the soil, improves structure, and leaves behind nutrient-rich castings. These castings aren't just fertilizer, they're microbial gold mines loaded with beneficial bacteria and enzymes that help plants absorb nutrients more efficiently. Over time, what you're building is a living sponge, a soil structure that retains moisture, cycles nutrients, and resists compaction. You don't need to overhaul your garden overnight. Start by selecting 1 or 2 beds and committing to no-till. Rake aside existing mulch if needed, plant directly into the soil, and then recover the area with organic material. Avoid disturbing the soil after that point. Instead, keep feeding the top with regular applications of mulch, grass clippings after mowing, fallen leaves in autumn, or compost during the growing season. So the key is consistency. Mulch should never be too thick where it smothers the roots, and, it shouldn't be too thin either, or else it'll dry out really quickly. Over time, your mulch layer will shrink as it's, consumed by soil life. That's actually a good sign. It means your underground ecosystem is doing its job. The best part? You'll notice the worm explosion without doing anything but, honestly, just watching. In the early mornings after a night of warm rain, just lift back the mulch and see for yourself. Their castings will dot the soil and their tunnels will run beneath your feet. And the plants growing above will begin to show the vigor that only comes from healthy, living soil. If you've struggled with tired soil, constant watering, or compacted garden beds, the answer might not be found in a bag of fertilizer. It might be as simple as doing less tilling, less disturbing, and more mimicking of nature. No-till combined with continuous mulch is more than just a technique. It's really a mindset. It's one that trusts the biology of the soil to heal itself when given the right inputs and conditions. And, as countless gardeners are discovering these days, one of the first signs that you're on the right track is actually the return of earthworms in numbers you never imagined possible. If this guide helped shift your view on soil management, hey, go ahead and subscribe to Hydro Haven, give the video a thumbs up, and share it with another grower who's still stuck in the till and fertilize loop. The forest never tills. Your garden doesn't need to either. Let the worms work. Just feed them, protect them, and watch your soil come alive.